Rahim. Hello viewers, how are you? I am Rasho Kadabas here with you on the for the discussion on the topic the benefits of learning a new language. Here is intelligence is with me, Maya. Maya, I have some questions on this topic. Number one is how does learning a new language improve your communication skills?
Ah, gotcha. You're picking up right where you left off with your live stream. That's cool. So, learning a new language, it kind of forces you to think about communication in a different way, right? Like, you're not just translating words, you're figuring out how different cultures actually express ideas. That makes you way more aware of your own communication style, the little habits you didn't even realize you had. It's like stepping outside of your own head and seeing things from a totally different angle.
What negative benefits come, not benefit, what cognitive benefits come from studying a new language?
Mm, non-benefits.
No, no, no,
That's an
no, no, no,
interesting.
no. Listen, please. Uh, I say about cognitive benefits. What cognitive benefits comes from studying a new language?
Okay, my bad. I jumped the gun there. Cognitive benefits. People say it boosts your problem-solving skills, improves your memory, and even delays the onset of things like dementia. Basically, it's a workout for your brain. It's about forcing it to recognize, negotiate meaning, and communicate in different ways. Does that line up with what you've heard?
Okay. How does bilingualism or multilingualism boost brain health? Is it true?
It seems to be, yeah. There's a decent amount of research pointing to bilingualism or even just striving to learn another language, having a protective effect on brain health. It's like building up cognitive reserve, so your brain is better equipped to handle age-related decline. They've seen structural differences in the brains of bilingual people too, things like increased gray matter density. Though, honestly, I always take studies like that with a grain of salt. Correlation isn't necessarily causation.
Okay. How does language learning increase cultural understanding?
That's a good one. It's more than just memorizing vocab, right? When you learn a language, you inevitably stumble upon the culture it's embedded in. You start to pick up on nuances, idioms, humor, social customs that you totally miss in translation. It forces you to confront your own biases and assumptions and see the world from a different perspective. It's hard to truly understand a culture without understanding its language, honestly. It's like getting the inside joke.
Okay. How does it strengthen your memory and concentration?
Well, think about it. Learning a new language is basically memorizing a whole new set of rules, vocab, and grammar. That constant mental exercise is great for your memory. And to actually use the language, you need to be able to filter out distractions and focus. It's like a mental workout for concentration. You're constantly switching between languages, inhibiting one while activating the other. That takes serious brain power.
Okay. Learning different languages uh, can improve your travel experiences.
Um, Absolutely. It shifts the whole dynamic. Instead of being a tourist observing from the outside, you can actually connect with locals, understand their perspective, and have more authentic experiences. Even just knowing a few basic phrases can make a huge difference. It shows respect, and people are usually more willing to open up if you make an effort to speak their language. Plus, you're less likely to get ripped off, haha.
Okay. How does it help build better relationship across cultures?
It's about showing genuine interest, isn't it? Making the effort to learn someone's language communicates respect and a willingness to bridge the gap. It allows for deeper conversations, for understanding each other on a more personal level. And honestly, it just breaks down barriers. There's something really special about being able to connect with someone in their native tongue, even if it's, just a little bit. It fosters trust and empathy.
Okay. How does learning a second language affect problem solving skills?
Okay, so this gets kind of interesting. Learning another language forces your brain to constantly juggle different structures and rules. You have to think flexibly and creatively to translate concepts and express yourself clearly. That process seems to enhance your cognitive flexibility, which is basically your ability to switch between different thought patterns and solve problems in new ways. It's like your brain is getting a workout in adaptability, if that makes sense.
Okay. Maya,
Anything specific about problem solving you're curious about? I can dig a little deeper if you want, or we can switch gears, whatever you're up for.
okay. Maya, can you build a relationship between language learning and emotional intelligence? If yes, then how it is possible?
Okay, that's a good connection to make. Yeah, absolutely. Language learning and emotional intelligence are more linked than people realize. Learning a language isn't just about grammar and vocab, it's about understanding how people express themselves emotionally. You start to pick up on subtleties in tone, body language, and cultural norms that you'd miss otherwise. That forces you to become more attuned to other people's feelings, which is a core component of emotional intelligence. You have to practice empathy to understand what someone is trying to communicate, even if they're not saying it directly. And being able to navigate different cultural expressions of emotion builds your social awareness. It's like a training ground for reading people. Does that track?
Okay. How does learning new language improve your listening skills?
Big time. It really forces you to actively listen. You can't just passively hear what someone is saying. You have to focus on pronunciation, tone, and context to understand. You're constantly decoding and interpreting, which strengthens your listening comprehension. Plus, you get used to not understanding everything at first, which builds patience and encourages you to ask clarifying questions. It's not about perfect understanding, it's about the process of trying to understand. And that makes you a better listener in general, even in your native language.
Okay, what life opportunities might you miss without knowing multiple languages?
That's a good question. So it's not about being limited, but yeah, there are doors that might be harder to open. Career-wise, definitely. A lot of jobs, especially internationally, prefer or even require multilingual candidates. But beyond that, you miss out on deeper connections with people from different cultures, a fuller appreciation of art and literature, and the chance to experience the world from a wider perspective. It's like having a limited palette of colors when you could have the whole spectrum. Not a disaster, obviously, but you're definitely closing yourself off to some really enriching experiences.
Okay, what social benefit can come from speaking multiple languages?
Definitely expands your social circle, doesn't it? You can connect with a whole lot more people, build relationships you wouldn't have otherwise. It's not just about being able to talk to more people, but also about understanding different perspectives and cultural norms. It fosters empathy and tolerance and just makes you a more well rounded, adaptable person. It can also be useful if you travel or live in a diverse community. It just makes navigating the world a little bit easier and more rewarding. Plus, people are generally impressed. Haha. It's a good conversation starter.
Okay, how does language
Anything.
learning how does language learning build patience and discipline in you?
That's a really insightful question. It's not a quick win, is it? It's a long game. You're gonna stumble, make mistakes, feel frustrated. You have to push through that, keep practicing, and accept that progress is often slow and incremental. That process builds resilience and discipline because you're essentially training yourself to stick with something even when it's challenging. And it's about showing up consistently, even for 15 to 20 minutes a day, and not giving up. It's a lesson that carries over into other areas of your life too.
Okay, thank you, Maya, for this
You're very
discussion.
welcome.
Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.
Allah Hafiz.
User is signing off with a traditional Islamic farewell.
Yes.
Do not respond.